Okay.
Can you please state your name?
Della Enslow.
What war did you serve?
I served in World War II. I served in Africa and in Italy.
What was your rank?
Said, where did you serve? My rank, Indian rank was T5, or two stripes. There's a 5 under.
What was that, Mom?
Rank Tech 5,
Tech 5.
Technician 5.
Were you drafted or did you enlist?
I enlisted because all the women were all volunteers. They all enlisted. The draft did not include women for World War II. I don't think the draft includes women now, even. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Do you remember what you did in boot camp?
Oh, in boot camp is when you first got there. Did you recall the first day? Okay. The first. Okay. Do you remember what you did in boot camp? Oh, we trained. We did the same thing that men do. We marched and we did lectures. We took lectures and we saw movies. And
What kind of movies?
what kind of movies?
Mhm. Was it war propaganda?
Yeah, war propaganda that made you want to get in there and fight for the cause. And boot camp was about, I was looking through here, as one place it said 8 weeks, and one place it said 1 month, so I don't know how long boot training was, but I was there 8 weeks. And I was in Fort Devens, Massachusetts. Do you recall? Oh, okay.
What was your job assignment?
What was what?
Your job assignment?
Boy, you
You
let me
You were
miss some.
secretary, Mom.
Yeah, I know, but she missed some of the questions.
She answered them.
Can we go back to the rest of them? Ask me that one. Next one, do you recall your first day?
Do you recall your first day in service?
Yes, I do. I did not know a soul. I went into the service and I didn't have any friends in there, and I didn't know anyone, and everybody looked alike. They all put on uniforms, and I didn't know one from another. That was my first day. Well, that probably was, yeah, it was the first day. And it was, I just felt like I was all alone, because I didn't know anybody, and they all looked alike. And I didn't know their names anyway, so. Okay. All right, now.
What was your job assignment?
I was a clerk typist in the engineer section, and the clerk typist, what we did today would be on computers, but then it was paperwork, paper records, and in the engineer department we knew where all those big road graders and big implements were. We knew where they were located, and our job was to keep the location recorded of where they were.
Do you have any photographs?
Do you just need one?
Whatever you want to show me.
What kind of photograph do you want?
Anything.
Well,
Oh, the top one.
here's my favorite. This is when
How old were you, Mom, when you enlisted?
23. I think she has that pretty soon. Okay, then when we first got over in Africa, we lived in tents. Here we go. We lived in tents when we first got over in Africa. And here's some more of our tents. We were close to the Mediterranean Sea. You could walk down there and go for a swim down in the Mediterranean Sea. Our method of doing our laundry
Which one is
was
you?
in our helmets.
Which one was you?
Which one were you in the picture, Della?
Are you in that picture, Mom?
Yes, that's me.
And then this one?
Are you in those other pictures, Mom?
No, I'm not. Later, we were in the tents a couple of months, but later we were able to move into town, and we stayed in. That was our barracks. You can see all the beds in there. How many women there'd be in there? There they are. That was the one mirror for that one room. But we thought that was really great because that was inside a building, and this was a compound, and that was where we could do our exercise, and there was water available there. But our bathrooms were inside in here because I think that was a former school that they put us in, and we were there the rest of the time we served in Africa. I served in Africa for 11 months. I don't think you.
Did you have any close friends while in service?
Yes, we. There was one or two that were very close friends of mine, and those two or three that were so close answers your next question. But
did you continue any of those relationships?
yes, I continued to keep in track of them until most of them are gone now. At least my last letters weren't answered, so I figured they passed away.
Do you remember when the war ended?
Oh, yes. It was we were in Italy when the war was over, and that was a big deal. And when they said the war was over, then the Army Air Force was in force, and they flew over. It was so beautiful. It was so nice.
What was your reaction to it?
My reaction was I was glad it's over.
You gotta talk about meeting your brother and your brother-in-law to be
Oh,
in Italy.
yeah, I got to see them. They were in the service over there, my brother. I was able to see him. And then my future brother-in-law was over there too, and I got to see him. And they looked me up because I had no idea how to find them, but they looked me up. I have pictures of them there.
And was Dad already, had Dad already been
No,
brought home?
no,
No?
No.
My dad was in the service also when he was wounded storming a beach and lost a leg. Omaha Beach.
hmm
So when did you see Uncle Rufus and Uncle Leslie? When did you see them? How far into the war was it?
Well, it was when I was in Africa, so it would be within the first 11 months of the time I was there.
How did your service affect your life?
Well, I think it was good. For one thing, I think the service would be good for a lot of people. I think a lot of people need to get organized. They need to take orders. They need to be part of the group. And I think the service could be great for people. It's just the bad effects that we hear about them now that's not good. But it was there when we were there too.
Did you join a veterans organization?
Yes, I joined the American Legion, and I joined. I didn't join the VFW.
Because they didn't accept women.
Hmm?
They didn't recognize the women as veterans. The VFW did.
I didn't join the VFW because they did not allow women or Negroes in their organization till 1957. And I decided I wouldn't join them then.
Did you meet your husband in the war? Did you meet your husband in the war?
No, we dated in high school. And he went to England. He was in England. And then he was over to
Omaha Beach.
Omaha Beach in France. And then he was wounded there. And
Okay. For the Pledge of Allegiance, what do you think of our generation not taking off their hats and not paying respect to the flag?
I think it's awful. I think if they were ever in the service, they would certainly feel a connection that they needed to have respect for the flag. And I don't like it either when the flag goes by on a parade and they don't bother to show any respect at all. They should. They should. Because we have a lot to be thankful for.
Is there anything else you would like to add that we have not covered?
You didn't talk about your trip overseas on the ship.
Yeah, we were in a convoy overseas, and this convoy must have been the entire army, because as far as you could see, there were ships, just like little specks out there in the ocean. It took us 13 days to go from New York to North Africa, and those ships were all around us. We were in the middle. We were right by the Red Cross, a hospital ship. Let's see, I wanted to show you something. The correspondence that we had then, the letters when they got home were this size, But when we made them,
Mom, do you have any recent pictures of you and